Okay, so we're live. Who wants to go first with the Scrum?
Yeah. A quick one for me, because I didn't do much. I have been ill and not much time for SHF these few days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Susanna?
I went through the pivotal tracker a little bit and looked at my assigned things, but I can't do them by myself, so I nagged the rest of the board a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've queued up some things for discussion tomorrow on that call as well. Maybe that'll help a bit. Let's see, Matthew.
Yep.
First Matt who joined. We're just doing the Scrum if you want to weigh in here, Matt.
So I had a story from Sprint 22 updating the way the user full name is delegated, and I think that's pretty much completed.
Did you see Robert's comments from today, Matthew?
Yeah, I looked at that briefly. I didn't have a chance to actually explore the different things that have to be refactored. Do you want me to start a new story for that, or just add on to this current one?
Well, typically PR comments are meant to reflect changes to the PR, especially since they affect exactly how the PR is implemented. So yeah, you should probably do it in your current PR and just update the code.
Okay.
I mean, if you agree, I mean, I think it's a good suggestion myself.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that. I think if you're changing something with intention of it being used differently, then also organize all the changes to that the code that would affect in one place makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's not a lot. I think it's only used in one view, so it's really not much work.
Okay. Yeah, I just haven't had a chance to look at it.
No.
So when you're got that done, Matthew, we can go ahead and I think merge your PR, and then maybe we can talk later in the meeting about the next one you might want to look at.
Okay.
Let's see. So Matt, second Matt who joined. Hi. You want to just introduce yourself and talk a little bit about what you're trying to do?
Yeah, sure. Great. So I've been I guess a member of Agile Ventures for a couple of months now, and I haven't had the chance to contribute to this project. So just looking to get in and start helping out where I can and go from there.
Excellent. Have you had a chance to stand up the app yet?
Yeah, I've got it running locally. I don't know if I have a couple of the secrets in the YAML file. I need to get those configured. I'll get with somebody anytime. Yeah. But
just ping any one of us or on the channel. Just ping any one of us on the channel.
Absolutely.
To remind us to post the application YAML file.
Okay.
Yep. And that'll make it work for you. Without that, it won't entirely work.
Yep.
Maybe we ought to do introductions as well. I'll just go first. My name is Patrick, or Pat, whatever you prefer. Based in the U.S. Obviously, I'm on the East in Massachusetts. So, Susanna, you want to go next?
Yes, Susanna from Sweden. I'm the sort of reason the whole project exists. I have 2 dogs who are currently fighting, so at the moment I have only 1 dog. Feels very strange. Yeah.
This is Susanna. She's actually a member of the SHF, as we call it in the U.S. organization, as well as a board member, I think, too. So She's kind of both a project participant, developer, product owner, and client. Yep. And Robert?
I'm Robert. I joined this project, I think, 2 months ago, living in the Netherlands. And trying to learn Rails and Ruby.
Cool. And Matt?
I just joined this project really recently. I'm doing an online course on Ruby on Rails, and there's a Agile Venture organization. So I found out about this thing, thought it was cool, and I just started contributing.
Hey, Matt, where are you located?
Oh yeah, I'm in the East Coast in the United States.
What state are you in?
I'm in like Connecticut and Maine.
Oh, okay. Yep. So you're in New England. And Matt, yourself, where are you located?
I'm in Northwest Arkansas. I'm a Rails engineer. Work with social marketing, a company right now. So just wanted to get into the open source and try to contribute.
Oh, so you're working in Rails in part of your day job. Oh, cool. That's great. Okay. Well, good. So let me share my screen and maybe we can go out some more of the agenda. So we did the Scrum. So review prior sprint, which was 21, which was completed last Friday. So take a look at that. So sprint 21, we did a bunch of good stuff here, none of which are going to show to the client because it's not customer visible, even the bugs aren't. We have queued up at least 2 things that we've queued up for acceptance or rejection with the client with our meeting tomorrow. A couple things I'm not sure the status is. Well, one thing I'm not sure the status of, which social media link's not correct. I think Laura was going to work on that. I don't know where she is on that.
Maybe she deleted them, or maybe she didn't.
Yeah, I think I'll hold off on that. We may move it to sprint 22 if we're not sure, because I don't want to talk to the client about that until we can show it to them that it's gone. So we'll do that. We'll move that to 22. And then repair language change bug and other controllers. Why did I want to talk about that? I think we are waiting on something to happen. Yeah, okay, I remember now. So Robert, I think this one is good to go. It's been reviewed.
I think it is, yeah. But now probably it's out of date because there's
exactly.
There were two more merges. I did, okay, I'll update it and we can do it afterwards.
Okay. So I guess we'll just click finish on that then, assuming you'll get it done. No problem there, right? So that's good. Okay, so this one here, we'll move to sprint 22, since we're not sure of the status. And we'll be done with sprint 21 is in our rearview mirror now. So next up in the agenda, review open PR. So before we go into current stories, I wanted to review where we at with our current pull requests. So this one we talked about, Matt, you've got a minor change there, and then we can merge that in. This one here, I think there were 1 or 2 things that Ashley had asked for, and I did them. I think I'll wait until she gets back and takes a look since she requested the changes. We're good on that one as we just discussed. This one I think is still outstanding for review. This one is still, I think, blocked by, in particular, the emails sent you using Mailgun. And then this one, we're waiting for Raphael to get back and work on that. So just so folks know, what I did for this one here, handling failure of autosave when the back button is clicked, I actually had to pull in some of the changes that Raphael was working on, in particular, adding Selenium and Chrome as a WebDriver / browser option for Cucumber testing, because I could not get the test I was trying to make work up here work with just Poltergeist. So I actually pulled in a lot of what he had put into this PR. He's still got some code in addition to that in this PR, but I couldn't wait for that PR to go in.
Patrick, what kind of code was it? Was it feature tests or?
It was feature tests that I had to pull in. It was a feature test that I had to make work here. And as a result, just so you know, I had to pull in Selenium as a driver. Yep. And coupled with Chrome as the browser. And so if you look at, not to belabor the point here, but you will see, where's hooks? Where's my hooks?
Okay, but just,
yeah, where the heck? Oh, here in the support env. So I added Selenium as a driver and Selenium in visible mode as a driver as well, both headless as well as visible.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember that from his PR. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Poltergeist doesn't play well with some advanced features of JavaScript. Anything that's using latest versions of JavaScript, Poltergeist just fails on us. So anyway, there's that. So talk about that. Yeah, I think we're good. And then this is the one of the things we're waiting on for the client, some wording here. We'll talk about that in a minute, I think. Okay, so that's yeah, review current sprint story. So let's do that real quickly too. So looking at sprint 22. Anything here we need to talk about? I don't think that anything has changed here. The stuff that's underway. So I did add a story here. If somebody wants to take this on, add test coverage to CI processing. So I had taken a run at this at some number of weeks ago, and I failed. I can't get I can't get consolidated test coverage to be combined by semaphore across both RSpec and Cucumber testing. It reports on the first test suite to complete. As you guys remember, we have a parallel process testing. We have Cucumber going in one process and RSpec testing in the other. Whichever completes first, those test results are reported, and they're not combined with the other test suite. With the result that we're showing something like 50-something% test coverage, when in reality we're at high 90s% test coverage. And I've tried to follow semaphore CI recommendations on how to make it work with code climate, etc. And I finally stopped spinning my wheels and gave up. But if somebody could take another run at that, that would be great. Somebody other than me. Frustrated by it. Add search to user index view. So I was thinking, Matthew, if you wanted to take this on, we've got to vote on it, but it might be a good one for you to work on. The reason is it may
Which Matthew?
well, the Matthew Campbell.
Yes.
Actually. Yeah. Because it's adding, we have a user's view for the admin, and it's not searchable. It's not, so add search to user index view means a number of things. You have to have a search form at the top of the page. You should be able to toggle the visibility of the search form. The column sorts in the results table. The columns can be sorted in the results table, ascending or descending. Only one at a time, not multiple. And you need to be able to select the number of items to show per page. All of that stuff sounds daunting, but we've actually got it kind of somewhat packaged. And there's documentation on how to do it here. And the company's index has a search enabled that does all of this stuff as well. So you have examples there. Membership application also has the same. It's got search and all this other stuff too. So we've got two examples of how to do it. So anyway.
Okay. Yeah, that should be doable. I have to look at it.
Yeah, I definitely think you're ready to fight off something a little bit more complex, although it's not too bad. So
I think I have a feature request.
let's see, excuse me, my phone ringing here. Do you want to hold off on that just a minute, Susanna, so I can go through these and we'll come back to that? Okay. So,
do you want to vote on this one?
Yeah, yes, exactly. So let's vote on that. Let's see. Yeah. So just so we know, like I said, we have a couple of examples. To do this, one has to become a little bit familiar with Ransack, which is a gem that we can use for textual database queries against the SQL database. So it's described in this documentation as how to do that. You have to know how to use, well, you have to use or become a little bit familiar with the will paginate gem, which is something that, as the name would imply, allows you to paginate a table. So you can show 10 items at a time and go back and forth, page by page. Will paginate itself in vanilla mode, of course, forces a page reload every time, which is not a good user experience. So we've got some JavaScript wrapped around it. So we're just updating the table itself, the DOM element, not the whole page. So it all stays in the same location where the user's viewing. And the selection of the number of items per page, that's also done using ransack capability. It'll sort pulling the data out of the database relative to, the number of items per page. You can tell will paginate how many items to show per page. And we've got a little UI control where the user can set that. That's JavaScript driven as well. Again, it sounds like a lot of work, but it's really not, because it's now packaged pretty well. There's some helper stuff you can call to do a lot of that stuff for you.
Hey, Patrick?
Yeah.
Is Ransack similar to like Elasticsearch? Or is it a Search Kick or any of that? Or is this a...
I don't know those other two. Elasticsearch, is that a SQL textual database search tool?
Yeah, I believe it hooks into Redis, like a key value, and it'll kind of attach to your models. So I guess this might be different.
I thought Redis was a NoSQL DB.
It's a Lucene extension. It's a Apache project.
Oh, Redis?
No, the Elasticsearch.
Elasticsearch. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, that sounds actually bigger and more powerful than Ransack. Ransack just is a very, very intelligent parser of search terms. It works fabulous. It's an amazing. It's one of the most intelligent gems I've ever encountered, actually. It's just incredible what they've been able to pull off there. It's got some peculiarities, that's for sure, but it works really well. So there's that. So I think with that as background, maybe we can vote?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me stop. We can just do it in the chat. So is everybody okay with voting? And for the new Matt, what we do in terms of voting, we tend to vote either 1, 2, or 3. 1 means, okay, you're familiar with that, I'm sure. 2 is typical, 1 is very small, maybe even documentation change, and 3 is maybe a day or more. Or 3, beyond 3, we need to break it up. Okay, so I'm going to count down from 3 to 1 and say go. And when I do that, you guys could just enter 1, 2, or 3 in the chat window on the Hangout.
On Hangout, okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise we get Federico.
He'll be mad at us. Exactly. Yeah. I don't want him yelling at me again. Okay, everybody good? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Cool. All right. Perfect. You know, I probably should have done that elsewhere, but I'm going to go back painstakingly, so we'll put 2 against that one. Okay. This is another straightforward one. You can read about this, but it's fairly easy if somebody wants to take that on. It's just a little mucking around with JavaScript callbacks, turning them on and off as needed. Pretty straightforward. Actually, I've got my outstanding PR has to be merged before this one can be done. I think I put it as a blocker here. Yep. This is one that Ashley entered, and rightly so. We're using will paginate bootstrap, which styles paginate, will paginate gem links, next and previous, etc. in a bootstrap mode. We use bootstrap here, Matt. That's no longer maintained. And so she pointed out we're getting a deprecation error when we start up Rails. But what we can do is just go to this other one called bootstrap will paginate. So this is called will paginate bootstrap. The replacement is bootstrap will paginate. That's maintained, I think, last month or 2. Changes have been occurring against that. I've used that on another project. It works really well. So that's straightforward. But there's some work involved in getting that done. needs more information about how to apply when logged in. Let's hold off until we talk about the client meeting agenda for that. I don't think anything's happening here. And there's another fave icon for site. We need to post a fave. Do we have a fave icon, Susanna, available?
No, but we can have in a jiffy.
Yeah. Oh, you can create it?
You don't have to wait like now, but I'll do it.
Okay, excellent. That'd be great. Can I dispense with voting on this? Can we just all agree we give that a 1?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, great. All right. Prep for client meeting. So we talked about what we're going to demo, those 2 things we can show. The editing of the, what's the matter?
Sorry, I just remembered why we didn't have a favicon. It's really hard to make our logo into a good favicon.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine. It doesn't shrink up very well, does it? Well,
I'll think of something.
You're the creative one, right? So you'll come up with something. So I think this one here, this is Ashley. I don't know if there's a chance she may not be back tomorrow, so I can be prepared, I guess, to show this. And this one here, I added the edit profile page was already built by Robert, but I added a link to the menu to enable the user to get access to it. So maybe that's Robert and I talking about that, or mostly Robert.
It's probably you, because I won't be there tomorrow. I don't know what time it is, but
okay, well, it'll be mostly me then.
Yeah, I'm afraid it is.
Yeah. All right, let me know.
Yeah.
Either way, but okay. Not a problem. So outstanding questions. One is email templates for this story. So we've got a nice story here that Ashley did. But actually I meant to go not there. But I think she needs, yeah. I think she needs especially one thing here, which is I think footer stuff. See here, which has got, this is part of our email template now, so she's just got this placeholder. So Susanna, I don't know if we can, I'd like to talk about that tomorrow during our client meeting. And maybe
yes, I've nagged them about it, so
okay.
Hopefully they will respond.
Or maybe we just drop the footer, but this would just be a quick one. Yeah, the next one, of course, is the one where we have a landing page for a user who's not yet a member, and we need language to say what they do to become a member. That's probably another one you nagged her about, right?
No, I didn't do that one.
Okay, so the reason I'm showing this is everybody agrees that I'd like to go over these questions with the client tomorrow. And I'd like also, I'll send email to her beforehand with these items that we all agree to. I'll remove anything that we don't. So the other thing that's been outstanding for a while is the idea of a member having a second or a third or whatever membership application. So they're a member in multiple ways associated with different companies. So first off, do we ever have the situation? I think the answer to that is yes. I'm pretty sure we've asked that before.
Yeah.
The other one is payments for the added membership. And we've gone over this before, and I think what's happened is there's been a tentative, well, for the second and subsequent application, there wouldn't be an additional fee as long as the member is paid up. But I don't want to, since we're going to be starting to talk about payment processing, I'd like to confirm that. So the options are no additional fee, a full fee required for the second one, etc., or reduced fee, maybe, you know, half price for the second, or so, I don't know. But we really kind of need a decision on that, not now, but at some point when we start talking payment. Speaking of which, also, we do want to meet with our proposed payment processor, the hips.com guys, and their API doc looks pretty good, actually. So I'd like to go through with you, Susanna, and Bella, and whoever else is on the call, what is the current payment process or processes?
None.
Well, there is a process, right? Somehow, what do they just put a check in the mail or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
The equivalent.
Well, maybe that's it then. I guess we don't need all details, and maybe there are no details. But, you know, the other thing is if there's any peculiarities with payment, like if this happens and we got to worry about that, whatever. And also just related to that, I think tangentially, I think we ought to start talking about the membership renewal process as well, because it affects payments. Maybe not right away, but it will. And there'll be other logic we have to start worrying about in terms of renewals of memberships. So is everybody okay with these questions being sent to the client beforehand?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, excellent, great, thanks. Okay, so that's all that I prepared for the team meeting. Susanna, did you want to talk about your proposed feature or your thought there?
Yes. I uploaded a favicon to the pivotal tracker. Yes, when I would like to, as an SHF admin, there is a value in being able to search for a membership number. At the moment, the membership number is only even visible in the CSV as a list.
Oh, okay. So we don't have it exposed on the membership application index page?
Yes, and the page too. But there is not a list, and you have to click in, click out, click in, click out. So let's say I'm looking for member number 552. Like, I wonder who that is.
And it sounds like that happens a lot, huh? Or
Yes.
sometimes.
And also it's good to see which are the most recent ones. And it's easy to sort then by membership number, and then you can see who is the most recent one. Also.
And when you say membership number, you're not talking organization number, you're talking the membership number that you guys
Yes.
assign.
And also I had a thought that that could be automatic now. Since everybody's getting one number up, that could probably be decided by the system.
Yeah, we actually, we have a story for that. I almost moved it into the current sprint, but I didn't because I wasn't sure how urgent it was. So
it's not urgent. I just think it's possible.
Well, we definitely ought to automate it then, though, because at some point somebody's going to make a mistake and enter a number already used or something. So this is the
There are
view
two people with the same number.
There are, of course there are. So here's the view that Susanna's talking about. We do have the ability to search on, but we don't have, as you put it, member number. Organization number is like a company number, and a member number is just a random serial number that, well, not a sequential number that Susanna or her colleague adds to the membership application once it's approved.
Yes.
Yeah. And you do want another column here.
Yeah, that's which is another column here, and another search item here.
Yeah.
Yeah. While we're here, so Matt, this is what we're talking about on a story that you foolishly agreed to accept. One can search on these items, right? You can sort, and then you can also say, show me, this many items on the page, that type of thing. And as we're going back and forth, you can see we're not reloading the page every time. So that's what's happening there. Do you want to add a story then, please, Susanna, to Icebox? You could put it in Sprint 22 if that would be helpful as well. It sounds like we should. For the member number.
Okay.
That'd be great. Like I said, we also have a story for automating that member number. If you want, we can move it to Sprint 22, or we could tackle it maybe in a Sprint 23 or so. If you want, move it in. If not, we can do it later. Okay, cool. Okay, anything else? Does anybody have something we should talk about or know about? So Matt, we can get to the application YAML thing. Did you want to take a story as well, or you want to?
Yeah, I'd love to. I can take whatever's next, or
Okay.
But the coverage stuff would be great if it was solved.
Yeah, are you? Yeah, that would be the one about adding consolidated test coverage to. We're using Semaphore as our CI tool,
Okay.
and if you have experience with that, that'd be great. If you don't mind taking that on.
Yeah, not Semaphore. We use CodeShip, but it's a very similar tool, I believe. And we have it running RSpec, Parallel, and Code Climate, kind of bringing those in together. And then if everything passes, it gives us a pass-fail ratio. So yeah, I'm sure that would be a good one to get looking at.
Okay, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have access to Pivotal Tracker?
I do. I'm in it right now.
Oh, you are, and you have access as a project member?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do. So you've already been at it. Okay, great. We'll probably have to make sure that you have appropriate level of access to Semaphore, our Semaphore account.
Right. Okay.
I'm not sure that I have control over that. If not, what I'll do is I'll ping Laura, who's also a team member. She couldn't make it today.
Okay.
But it was her original account that we've got the CI happening in.
Okay.
But I'll look into that. Okay, I guess that's about it then. Anybody else?
No.
All right, great. Well, thanks everybody. We'll see some of you guys on the client meeting tomorrow.
Thanks. What time is it, Patrick?
It is, what, I think 1800 UTC, 2000 Sweden time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that going to be past when you're available?
Probably, yeah. I'll
Okay.
see what I can do, but I'll let
Yeah,
you
don't worry about it.
back.
We'll make sure to film it, to record it, especially since we're talking about processes that we need to learn about and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.